Okay, and let me have you just turn just the right foot in, right leg. Okay, and do you feel how it kind of just stops there?
Yeah.
It probably feels like it's the joint or the bone because it just stops and it just doesn't move anymore. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and now let this leg relax. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release some. Do you feel how hard that is right there? That's probably an area that has microfibers around it here. Okay. Okay. Now turn that leg in.
What?
What do you notice?
I was here.
Uh-huh. And what do you notice now?
More.
Yeah. Can you feel that it already is more?
Yeah.
After just releasing a couple of
It
microfibers.
was like here.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Keep breathing. Good. Okay. Good. Now turn that leg in. And what do you notice?
It's easier. Turning.
Yeah. Okay, and now turn the other one in, and do you feel how stiff that one is?
Look at this.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do some more here.
Oh, that part is really hard. I can feel it.
Yeah. Do you ever remember falling on this part of your hip, or?
I mean, probably when I was like a goalie.
Playing soccer?
Yeah, land on this thing all the time.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Diving after balls and stuff like that, yeah. And you were how old when you were playing soccer?
9 to 13, maybe.
9 to 13.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're what, 21 now? Yeah, so that was like 7 years ago. And these microfibers are still affecting your golf swing that started 7 years ago. Good. Okay, and turn in again.
It feels like I feel my hips won't go this way as well. It's moving together now.
Yeah.
See, this one doesn't move.
Yeah, it's just completely locked up.
I feel here tight and even back here.
Exactly.
And now it's like when I move, the kind of hips kind of rolled over.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier.
You got much more movement there. And you got more movement going out as well.
Yeah.
That the foot can rotate out as well, which will help too. Good, okay, we're making good progress here.
Just maybe 10 minutes.
Good, okay, good. Okay.
Oop. Is that normal? My foot is doing this?
Yes, that's really what all feet should do. Everybody should be able to turn in like that, okay? But most people can't because they develop microfibers in their hips, and it's usually from playing sports when they were a kid. You know, falling on the ground, you know, diving after a soccer ball, you know, all the kinds of things that kids do. You know, wrestling on the playground, falling downstairs, slipping on ice. I don't know if you ever, where you grew up, did you ever have like ice on the roads?
I did ice skating.
Okay, so there really is no graceful way of falling on the ice. Your feet come out from under you, and you know the next thing you know you're on it, and the ice is not soft either.
No.
You know. So you know, this is why your hips have gotten as stiff as they are, and why at age 21 your hips are stiffer than mine when I'm 68. You know, because I had my microfibers released 20 years ago and they've just never come back. You know, so they form for a reason. Microfibers form because of some kind of stress. Okay, so now turn that leg in.
Almost touching, like this way I'm touching already.
Right, yeah.
Oh, what a difference.
Good.
Yeah, I can feel here is not tight anymore. Here is like tight.
It feels like rock over there, doesn't it? Yeah. Most people don't realize this, but muscles are 90% water, so they should be soft. The reason that microfiber reduction is so much more effective than stretching for improving flexibility is that microfiber reduction works with the connective tissue around the muscles, while stretching works with the muscles themselves. inside of our body, each muscle, which is the red part here, is surrounded by a membrane, which is the white part, of connective tissue. And this connective tissue allows the muscles to slide past each other, which they have to do in order to stretch. But when you run or lift weights, you overuse the muscles and they get sore, and then microfibers or mild scar tissue forms between the layers of connective tissue to immobilize that area so that it can heal. They're like nature's cast, only it's inside instead of outside. The problem is that once those muscles have healed, those microfibers not only do not go away, they tend to accumulate over time, which makes people get stiffer as they get older. So by carefully massaging between the layers of connective tissue, we can release those microfibers, the muscles can then slide and stretch, and you can improve flexibility way beyond what stretching alone can do. Okay, now can you tell as you're lying there that that right foot is turned out more than the left?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now just turn the right foot in as far as you can. Good, let it relax. And now the left. And do you feel the difference between the two?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so let's loosen up the, that left one so you have a match set here.
Yeah, it's kind of more matching.
Yeah, doesn't it feel like they're a little more even? And can you feel how the left one now is just flopping out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was like here.
Yeah, just was barely moving and now it's turning in a little bit. Stuff like that. Good. Okay, and turn them out. Okay, good. And in again. Okay. Now, do they feel like they go in further than before?
It does, definitely. Because I feel there's no, like, it's still restricted a little bit, but much less than, like, before we start.
You've been playing golf for how long?
8 years.
8 years?
8, 9 years. Yeah.
Okay, and you started at what age?
12.
12, okay. And I understand that you went to an expensive golf academy in Florida?
Yes.
Okay. And while you were at this academy, they worked with you on your swing mechanics?
Right.
Okay. So I remember that when we first videotaped you, that your backswing was really restricted. You didn't have much of a shoulder turn, the left arm didn't go up to vertical.
Yeah.
Is this something that they taught you at this academy?
Yeah, they said I should feel kind of tight on the top of the backswing and build up the tension and release it.
I see. Okay, so that was their philosophy about the golf swing.
Yes.
Okay, good. And did they tell you why you should do that?
More power.
They said that it would be more power.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, we have a different philosophy on the backswing, don't we?
Yeah.
We look to get a full backswing, like a lot of historically great golfers did. Okay. And when you increased your backswing, your shoulder turn, your arm angle, the angle of your club and stuff, did you have more power or less power?
I would say more.
You would say more.
More power, more speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could hear that in your club head as you were swinging.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it was definitely louder than it was before. And when you went to hit balls, were they going less distance than?
More. Definitely more.
Definitely more. Okay, good. Okay. Now, the other thing that you did at this academy is that they had you on a strength training program.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of strength training exercises did you do?
Bench press, deadlifts. Yeah, they're pretty much concentrate on those two.
Okay. And did you do any dumbbell flies?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And what was the effect on your body of doing those exercises?
Well, mentally I'm thinking I'm getting stronger,
Right.
but I don't really see the results. That's like the frustrating part about it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And were there any bad side effects from doing those exercises?
Yes, lower back pain.
You had lower back pain.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then when you came here and we released microfibers or scar tissue that we found in your shoulders, did you remember lifting those weights?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you went through that program, did you find yourself getting stiffer?
You mean the workout program?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got less flexible from it, okay? And that in turn further restricted your backswing, okay? So after the lifting of the weights and the teaching to restrict your backswing, did your golf swing feel comfortable to you?
No.
No. Okay. And after we released the microfibers that came from lifting those weights, and we taught you to take a bigger backswing and just let everything turn. Does your golf swing now feel more comfortable to you?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Smoother.
Smoother. Okay. And does it feel more enjoyable to be out on the course? And
Yeah. Yeah.
so another thing that happened to you is that I think it was about 3 years ago, you were involved in an automobile accident.
Right.
Okay. It wasn't really a serious accident in that you had to go to the hospital or anything.
No,
Okay.
not really.
And at the time of the accident, you didn't feel really hurt or anything, okay? But you noticed afterwards that you seemed to stiffen up from it.
Yes.
Okay, and you got to the point where your neck was stiff and it bothered you. And,
Yeah.
okay. And did you try to get some treatment for that neck?
Yes, I did like a lot of times. The treatment works, but the results won't last.
It didn't last.
Yeah,
okay.
it didn't last. Maybe just a day, and
day.
the neck will went back to the old feeling.
The old
Yeah.
feeling. Okay. And then when we released the microfibers that formed as a result of that accident, did your neck loosen up?
And stay loose.
It stayed loose. Right, exactly. Okay. Now, when we loosened up your neck and your shoulders, did you notice any difference in your putting?
Yeah, I can hit the center of the putter face like more repeatedly, like to hit it solid. Used to sometimes I missed on the heel, sometimes I missed on the toe, and the whole stroke feels smoother.
The other area that we found that was tight on you were your hips.
Yeah.
Okay. And we found a lot of microfibers there and released the microfibers. And as we loosened up your hips, what did you notice in your swing? What changed in your swing?
Well, the hips fires much better.
And when they fire much better, what do you mean?
Greater club head speed.
Yeah. Okay. So in other words, you could fire your hips faster because now they weren't so stiff.
Yeah.
And that really boosted your club head speed. Okay. Good. Okay. And when we talked about what happened to your hips as we were releasing the microfibers, you remembered some sports that you participated in when you were young that could have caused those microfibers to form.
Right.
What were they?
Soccer. I was playing for goalie, and sometimes I dive for the ball and will land it basically on the side.
On the side?
Yeah, like rib cage and hips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And as a result of that, the muscles tensed up and
Yeah.
then microfibers formed. Okay. Now, these falls, did you ever have to go to the doctor about
No.
them? No.
No.
Okay. And did you have to be carried off the field?
No, the pain will probably last only like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
2 minutes, and then you went right back to playing.
Yeah, and I don't really think about it. It's gonna make me stiff in the later life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you were, you noticed that when you were stiff and you were playing golf, Did it ever occur to you that some of this might be the result of diving for the ball when you were a kid playing soccer?
Never know.
No, okay. But now that we've released the microfibers and you remember doing that, does it make sense that this
Yes,
has contributed to the stiffness?
Yes.
Okay. Any other differences that you've noticed from your microfiber reduction program?
I just feel more relaxed.
You feel more relaxed?
Yeah, and whenever the problems come up, I don't feel too much stress.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Sleep is better.
The sleep is better, right. You used to have problems
Yeah.
kind of falling asleep and staying asleep, and now it's much easier to do.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the reason for that is because these microfibers tend to lock tension into place. And as we release them, then the muscles can relax and then
Yeah.
you can have a good night's sleep and stuff. So we also found restrictions in your breathing.
Right.
Didn't we? There was restrictions in your breathing, and those could have easily come from diving for the ball, you know, when you were playing soccer. And in fact, we noticed most of them were up in the upper chest,
Yes.
where you would think. So now that you can breathe more deeply, how does that feel to you?
It feels like I don't get tired
Oh,
very easy, and I don't get sleepy very easy.
okay. So
Probably there's more oxygen, like I can breathe in.
right, you're getting more oxygen to your brain, so you've got more endurance and thinking is better. Okay, so anything else that you can think of that the microfiber reduction has helped here? Do you notice anything else in any other part of your life, you know, outside of golf?
Well, driving.
Okay, and what's
Yeah.
different in driving?
It's like whenever I have to look the blind spot,
Uh-huh.
and used to be my neck used to be so stiff, I have to lift my shoulder and to go together. Now it's just like a simple 2 turns. That's all. Yeah.
Right. When you went out to the driving range yesterday and you hit some balls, did you notice any difference in your ball flight now compared to before we started?
More repeatable.
More repeatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
More repeatable. And when I swing, like before I come here, like even heading 30, 40 balls,
Uh-huh.
I have to take a break. It's really like stress for me
Oh.
on the neck, especially.
Okay.
After yesterday, we went through about what 60 balls.
Uh-huh.
Don't feel anything.
Don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So actually, what you've learned here is just exactly the opposite of what your
Yeah.
academy taught you. Was
Yeah.
that the less tight you are, the less restricted you are, the more control you have over your club and the ball. Right. And this is what we find, is that really that it's restriction that makes the golf swing unreliable. Because you're fighting against yourself, you're fighting against the club, you're constantly fighting, and of course that leads to being inconsistent. Okay.